Thank you. With your permission, Mr. Speaker, I'll answer questions 14, 15, 16 and 17 together. The UK is actively encouraging the parties back to dialogue. We support the Palestinian Authority and the government of Israel's decision to resume cooperation. We are now pushing for deeper cooperation on health and economic issues, including the re-establishment of the Joint Economic Committee to rebuild trust and move towards a lasting solution. We support the objectives of the International Fund for Israeli-Palestinian Peace and will continue to engage with the Alliance for Middle East Peace and President Biden's administration to identify further opportunities for collaboration. And we are working with regional partners and the United States administration to seize on the positive momentum of normalisation alongside improving Israeli-Palestinian cooperation to advance the prospects of a two-state solution.
Let's go to Andrew Shalhoub. Andrew.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I'm pleased to hear what my right honourable friend says. Does he also agree, though, that a just and lasting peace must be built on the rule of law with severe consequences for systematic breaches, whoever commits them, and that all Palestinians, including those in East Jerusalem, must have the right to vote on the 22nd of May?
We repeatedly regularly call on Israel to abide by its obligations under international law, and we have regular conversations on this issue. We encourage the Palestinian leadership to work towards democratic institutions based on the rule of law as well, and we welcome President Abbas's announcement of dates for elections in the occupied Palestinian territories, and we'll work closely with the Palestinian Authority to support this. And we have called upon elections in East Jerusalem. Indeed, my right honourable friend, the Foreign Secretary, has done so, and I did so with the Israeli ambassador in a meeting that we had just yesterday.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Despite assurances that the EU review into Palestinian textbooks would be published in March after countless delays, there is still no sign of the report. UK taxpayers' money pays the salaries of Palestinian teachers who use material inciting violence against Israel and Jews, making peace harder to achieve. So what more will my right honourable friend do to ensure UK aid does not prolong the conflict?
I thank the honourable lady for her question. I would remind the House that the UK does not fund the textbooks used in Palestinian schools. We understand the EU review is in its final stages. We are not able to comment on the content of that report until it is released. We regularly engage with the EU at senior level to push for timely publication, and we regularly liaise with the Palestinian Authority to try and bring about the improvement that she has highlighted.
Let's go to Rosie Cooper. Rosie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It's now 5 months since the US Congress passed a $250 million act to create an international fund for Israeli-Palestinian peace, the largest ever investment in peace building. In November, our ministers promised to examine the feasibility of the UK taking up one of the international seats on the fund's board. Can the Secretary of State tell us the results of that assessment and confirm that the UK will use the G7 summit to step up and help lead this exciting new project with the United States?
We always engage positively with any steps that push towards greater peace and reconciliation between Israelis and the Palestinians, and we have engaged with this process. As my right honourable friend has said, we are currently going through a programme of work assessing what we will do with our overseas development aid. But we will continue to engage with the Biden administration, with the Israeli government and the Palestinian Authority to pursue what has been the long-standing UK goal, which is a peaceful, prosperous, meaningful two-state solution.
Let's go to Cheryl Merritt. Cheryl.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I draw attention to my declaration of interest because I've been to Israel with the CFI. With the G7 coming to Cornwall, we should underline our commitment to international institutions and multilateral cooperation. We welcomed the US Middle East Partnership for Peace Act in December, but does the Minister agree with me that it's now time for the UK to take a board seat on the International Fund for Israeli-Palestinian Peace?
I thank the Honourable Lady for her question and partially answered in my response to the Honourable Lady privately. We have no current plans, but as I say, we always take a keen interest in any initiatives which encourage peace and cooperation between the Israeli government and the Palestinian Authority, indeed the Israeli people and the Palestinian people. And we will continue to work alongside governments in the region and the US administration in pursuit of that objective.
Let's go to Shadow Minister Wayne David. Wayne.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The International Criminal Court has decided to conduct an investigation into alleged war crimes. By Palestinian armed groups and Israeli forces in the occupied territories. The FCDO and the ICC. However, the Prime Minister has said that the investigation is a, quote, prejudicial attack. So does the Minister believe the court is independent or not?
We absolutely respect the independence of the International Criminal Court. We do expect it to comply with its own mandate, and the UK will remain a strong supporter of the ICC.